Wars of the Ring. My name's Strider656, and I'm excited to bring you back to my tournament of 2025 of War of the Ring. So this is game 1, round 3. I'm playing Quadratic, and I don't normally do this, but this is a video where I'm just going to talk about how stupid I was in this game. So we're going to watch, and you can see the mistakes I made, maybe, or if I should have won. If I should win, and what your thoughts are. So anyway, round 1, I draw Fear Fire Foes, Challenge of the King. I'm playing free, and he allocates no eyes. Rolls 1, rolls 2. I roll 3 movement and a hybrid, and he rolls an awesome roll. That's an awesome roll for him. So start bringing Isengard to war. I'm with Fellowship. I missed. He brings Saruman in. If I had, it would be tempting to try to get Gandalf turn 1 if I had Mirror of Galadriel, which I don't. And with the Fellowship again, I missed again. He moves Sauron to war. I move the ring again. And insanely, I'm safe on 2 dice, hitting on 4s on each one. So 50% chances on each die, and I'm safe. It says Frodo is schmoving. Guess you do not need those eyes. So feeling pretty good right now, right? You got that sense of security that you feel like you can move easily without getting damaged, right, as a free people player. He starts moving from Barad-dûr into Gorgoroth, and I decide to do the traditional movements of Carrick to Old Forest Road and Edoras into Westham Net. And he finalizes his turn by going up towards the dew line here and then bringing these guys from Farhad near Harad. Going to turn 2, I draw Thranduil, which I'm happy to see. Again, Gua here. So I guess I could try to get Strider with what I have. I don't know what he has. I'm not looking at his cards. Allocates 1, I roll 2 more. And I roll 2 more movement, but no Will of the West here. So no rush to lose Gandalf. New Power is Rising. I'm like, uh-oh. Good card. I said nice job drawing it with Fellowship. And I am missed again. So we joke around in the chat. It's always fun for me. This is more. I say more as needed. It says rolling 6 something I still need to learn yet. All right. So I joke around by saying a lot of decisions so far because all I've been rolling is movement. All right. So he decides to muster an elite in Dol Guldur with Fellowship again. I'm finally hit, and I ask for a 3, and I get an I. So here comes Greed. Greed me. Maybe I should lose Gandalf here and then hide with that muster. But I'm a greedy jackass. So let's see what I do. I decide to take it and move, and I'm like, come on, just give me the killing tile. And he draws 0 reveal. This is dumb. So that's a stupid error by me. We'll see how it ends though. I could get lucky. Alright, so Gandalf's just going to stay around. I can't even change the guide now. I can't even hide the Fellowship. He brings another elite into Dol Guldur. I play Thranduil now because I'm worried about this force. Let's see if I can get power too great. I get Guard Citadel. And I was moving towards Lorien. And moving up towards Dew Line. Thinks about his second action and decides to... what do he do instead? I'm confused. We're into Dagger Lad? Okay, maybe he did something. Alright, now he moves. Now he does the movements. He condenses. Okay, so he's moving stuff around to make this more obvious. Alright, going to turn number 4. I draw Elven Rope and Celeborn, which is great because he's going to do a Lorien attack. At least I can muster up a little bit in there. I changed the guide to Strider. And yeah, another mistake here. I should have kept Strider in the Fellowship, or not as a guide. So I flip the Fellowship. He moves his Nazgul around all over the place. He attacks Lorien after I pass. With the Fellowship, I am hit. There's an I. I decide to random, hoping I can get Strider. Not Strider, hoping I can get Gandalf. If I get Strider, I'm going to be so mad. And I random, and he goes Legolas. So now I decide to move Gandalf as a guide. Again, questionable decisions. Because I can't even use that while the West's turn. What I could do is I could separate Gandalf and then crown him. Then I could separate him into Fangorn and do it the old-fashioned way. But then I'm down corruption. He attacks Lorien. No card. I play Shield Wall because I do want to play Celeborn. It'd be nice. My Shield Wall doesn't really work. I get no hits. He gets one. He stops. I think, and I realized it was dumb why I did that. I play Celeborn now, the Will of the West, and I draw. I was hoping to draw Power Too Great, but I drew Last Battle and King Brandsman. So I can always play King Brandsman here, but I can't with the with the dice I have. Next Lorien again. I play Daylight. It's one, and I get two back. He's just trying to get the Witch King. I shouldn't be playing Daylight yet, but I'm worried that I'm going to lose some of these cards here. He stops. And I flip the Fellowship. And there's the Witch King. He's there. He throws up in Lorien. And he plays The Ring Is Mine. So, again, you know, he's not moving very fast. I'm making questionable decisions, but I'm not really being punished for it yet. I draw an Ents and I draw Spirit of Mordor. Fellowship okay. And I roll. Let's see if I can lose Gandalf here. So I move. He gets a 6. One reveal. There goes. There he goes. Bye bye. I'll get Gandalf, and I can hide the Fellowship. Plays Lord of the Ring and gets Boromir. So Boromir dies. Ironically, right by the spot where he dies thematically in this area by Eastamnet. I think it was in Path Celebrant. You can correct me, the Tolkien people here. For the Fellowship in Western Emyn Muil. He moves his leadership around. Lots of attacks here. He's got 6 attack kind of dice.
A wizard is never
Again, if the white shows up in Fangorn, attacks Lorien. I played Sudden Strike. As we come to kill, my Sudden Strike is nothing. I got 1. He gets 1 and I get 1. We come to kill, gets none. He presses. He's probably going to take it out here. I have nothing else I'm really going to play. Unless Assault, he ends up getting 4, which is all of them. And I get 2 back, and that finishes Lorien off. Now he's at his 2 victory points, turn 4. I pass. He brings the Southron Seaslings down. I keep passing because I don't know what he's going to do. They're all the way to war. Pass again. He thinks and decides to move into Umbar and starts going towards Gondor. How many he's going towards Gondor because you do have Guards Citadel in hand. Pass again. He's thinking. Moves his leadership to Osgiliath. I decide to play Guards now because I don't want to lose a card. And that brings him to Minas Tirith. He attacks Osgiliath. Playing Words of Power. Gets no hits. And I get 2, at least. And I run to Pelargir because it's full up in Minas Tirith. There's no room for them. So now I'm doing pretty well. My dumb decisions aren't really affecting me at this point. I did lose Legolas to a random, to a 1 corruption, which was kind of stupid for no reason. All right, so I draw Wizard Staff and Wizard of Elrond. Fellowship okay. We're at turn 5. He has 4 total eyes in the pool. So removing the Fellowship. And he misses with all the eyes. So I'm thinking 1. I can move 2 more times to get in. I might be going too fast though. But I'm always very fast with how I play. Move again. And that time he gets an eye on. He gets a 4. 4R freaking roll. Nuts. I guess he was due. So I ran him into Strider, which I take a corruption for. So I can't get into Mordor now. So I'm very mad about this. But it is what it is. So I get for playing stupid. I don't play enough anymore. I play too much Fury of Dracula at this point. So anyway, he moves up from Umbarsham, who doesn't have Corsairs, possibly. Thinks about it and starts moving up towards the dew line. I decide to just make a massive force in Pelargir. So we're going to have a Pelargir party. He moves the leadership around again. Contemplates. And does it again. Okay. So I start mustering up. I'm going to make Gondor horrible to take. So I muster up in Dol Amroth. Next Pelargir. I play Confusion on him. He plays Mumakil. And he gets 2 hits. And he can only reroll 1. And I get 4 back. I said 1 plus 2 equals 3, but it's actually 4. So that was incorrect. So let's see what happens next. He presses, I run away. He's at 3 now. I put King's Brandsmen to see if I can get something better too. And I draw into Riders of Theoden. I don't know what I was hoping for. But it's nice just to cycle that because these guys were coming up. So the Dale men were ready. He musters an elite into Minas Morgul, thinks about it, and decides to make to go after Rohan instead, but we'll see. I draw Dead Men of Dunharrow and Riders of Theoden. And sorry, Faramir's Rangers, which I can play because it's empty. Fellowship okay. And I roll. He rolls 4 eyes. No, I had the Fellowship. And he says against his mustering. So I think I'm making a stupid mistake up ahead, if I remember right. So he's mustering an Orthanc. I move the Fellowship right away. Safe. So I'm worried because I could get stalled again with cruel weather. There's a chance he has it. He starts mustering up an Orthanc. He's got a ridiculous stack there. Ridiculous. I muster up in Gondor. Brings an elite. I just move the Fellowship. And he hits twice. Gets a 1 reveal. I think I take the corruption, draw 0 reveal. Alright, so we talked for a while. He plays Shadows Moving. Just move all his forces around. I put Elven Rope in the pool, and he plays Orc Patrol and draws a 2. So there goes Gimli. So my corruption is not looking too hot anymore as I go into Mordor. I get Mithril Coat, though, in Mordor and Path of the Roses. I get rid of the Ents card because this force is ridiculous, and I don't see that working. I see the other cards as being more efficient. Fellowship okay. So I'm not rolling a lot of movement here. I didn't roll yet. Now I rolled. So I have 3 movement. So I'd hide first. Please give it to us in the pool. I put Mithril Coat out. The mouth comes in. I'm going to move, hopefully. We'll see what happens. I draw 3. So I take it. I think about revealing. I decide not to because he might have Mortal Wound, so I just take it. So I decide just to keep it the way it is. Let's look at the hunt pool out of curiosity. There's some nice tiles. There's also some nasty ones. And I would be terrible though. I play Spirit of Mordor on. I decided to play Spirit of Mordor at this point on the giant army amassing outside. So maybe my troops are like, forget this. And now they have an inner conflict. Let's see how many hits I get. 1. That's it. Now attacks Minas Tirith. Sudden Strike first we come to kill. Sudden Strike is nothing. And he gets 2. And I end up rolling 5. This oof my orcs. We come to kill gets nothing. And stops. So they're doing their job. The Gondor units are pulling their weight. Here was a questionable, stupid move. I moved the Fellowship here. Would you move the Fellowship with this many dice? I don't know. I'm thinking, well, I have Mithril Coat, so we can see what would happen. And he draws an eye. And I Mithril Coat it because that's too much damage. And I get to another eye, which is an achievement if I win. But now I'm hurting bad, and I've given him a chance to come back and win because he's nowhere near getting the points he needs. And I say I beat myself. He plays Morgul Wound now, and I'm at 10. So he did have Morgul Wound. At least I'm happy with that choice. All right, so we go to the next turn. I draw 3 in a Day and a Night and Horn of Gondor. Fellowship, okay. So I had the Fellowship. I can't do anything else this turn. I could try moving with a ring. And he starts doing his army stuff. So he's going towards Shire, it looks like. Minas Tirith, it looks like, because that would be, this is 5, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just tried, I'm fishing, I'm begging for like Bilbo Song. I'm trying to will it out of the deck, but I get Great Company, which is the worst card. And now he's moving, again, condensing armies, going to Shire, going here towards Lorien. And I tried drawing again a character card and nothing. We proved the Swifter, like the worst cards. Get rid of Grave Company. Next Minas Tirith. I play Sudden Strike to Foul Stench. I get 2. He only gets 1. And I get 2 back because I can't reroll because of the Foul Stench. It's too foul. Now I'm down to 3. He presses. We talk for a while. We're good. We're talk for a long time. Continue. All right. So he plays Daylight to Mumukel. And it's getting 2 hits. I get 3 hits, which helps because Mumukel doesn't trigger. Stops again. So he's cycling, not in a rush. Doesn't have to be anymore because I'm not dunking that ring anytime soon. Attacks Minas Tirith again. This time with the character card. Gets 1 hit and leader because of the Black Breath. And I get nothing back. I pass. He Minas Tirith again. Black Cabinet Command. There, he's gone. There's a character card. So he's cycling the character deck to kill me. So I muster up in Gondor again. No attacks lost, and it's probably gonna. Oh, he's cycling a strategy card. I thought he'd cycle a character. I play Confusion against them, but Storm of Bats is played. Confusion would have been great because I would have been able to get 2 hits on him. Instead, he did 1 hit to me, and I move on to Asgiliath. I do have Faramir. I could play it, and I do. And for some reason, I'll say I got a regular. Am I out of elites? Yeah, I'm out of elites. Okay. Makes it interesting. Candle Corpse is played on me because it could kill me if he gets 2 6s, but they miss. Gollum evades the candles barely. I was hoping you'd end it. So again, you can see my defeatist attitude in this game. And I joke around about game 6-6 as the rolls. He was leadership around to finish his victory points. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and where's 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Dale, 7 here. It's still 1 short. All right, we'll see. I get Smeagol, which is good. That maybe I can draw that, help myself. Fellowship, okay. I roll plenty of movement. Put Smeagol in to start. I still moving, so don't worry about it. I attacks Dale. And I play Advantageous Position towards the power, which is nothing. He gets 1 hit. All right, I get 2 back. I stay. I could have left, but I stay and get massacred, and I get one back. So that moves the north down, and he's at 6. So he just needs he still needs 3 more. So with the Fellowship, He puts the card back. He realizes he shouldn't have drawn. I get a 2. So I'm still alive barely. So he can kill me here if he has Breaking of the Fellowship. Trying to think what else. Breaking of the Fellowship, Lure of the Ring. Lure of the Ring is already played on Boromir, though. And there's one more card. Mithril or Morgul Wound, but I already played that too. I had the Fellowship. Next Fords of Eisen. So he's going for his points here. He plays. He can't play that card. It's not legal because I'm under siege. He rolls 4 6s anyway, so there's the 6s. And if I didn't have, if I had that ends card, I could play it here and kill Saruman. But it's not worth it. It's like pass. I don't have it. He decides to move the mouth to attack Helm's Deep. I pass. Attacks Helm's Deep with dreadful spells and gets his hits. Now he's at 8. So he'll be 1 short. Bring an Elven Elite into Woodland Realm. Oh, because I want to retake Dale. That's what I'm thinking. Attacks Westamnet. Gets his hits. But he can't do anything else. So I decide to give him a ring so I can draw a character card to save me. And I get File of Galadriel. Maybe I'll get that in Mordor. You never know. And he uses the ring to play Isildur's Bane and ends the game. So I think that game was miserable because of me. I don't think I should have moved as much as I did. I think this was not really a game of luck necessarily. I think this was a game of me being too hasty for no reason because this game was going longer. But that was game 1 of round 3. Hopefully my luck turns around next game. And I'll keep you updated on my tournament games as I go. So I'm 0-1. I need to win the next one, otherwise I'm out of the tournament. Thank you guys for watching this video. As always, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Sorry I was a little salty in this one, but it's always hard when you lose. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.